something. And I'm just came from a walk with my dog because
Okay.
sometimes, yeah, because sometimes every day I walk with him to let him a little tired.
Okay, to tire him out a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'd say to tire him out. Okay.
yeah, to
What's your
tire him
dog's
out.
name?
Okay. Thomas,
Thomas. Okay.
Thomas, yeah.
Nice. And Simone. Simone, how's it going? Mm. Simone, are you there? Oh,
Yes, hi.
okay. Hey, how's it going?
Ah, I'm good. And you?
Doing well, thanks. Yeah, how's your day been?
Uh, just working and
Okay,
tidying my room because tomorrow I will have a guest.
cool. Okay, it's always nice. Yeah, so just relaxing once your room is actually clean. Um,
Yes,
a
it's
nice
good.
feeling.
Listening to some good music and singing along.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of fun. There's more fun things that you can do, but yeah, it's a good feeling when it's done. Yeah, singing and listening to music isn't bad. Um, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
cool.
Cool. I think that's everybody. We can get started with the class. So talk about a little bit of American history. Um, let's have now. Can you read the title in the next lines?
History, Benedict Arnold. Today we will learn new vocabulary, learn about Benedict Arnold's treason, discuss the American Revolution, discuss the idea of betrayal.
Okay. Betrayal. Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Yeah.
I don't
Betrayal.
know what that means. Betrayal.
Okay. Who can explain what betrayal is? Maybe just the verb betray.
It's like to backstab, to
Okay.
do something bad to someone at their back.
Uh, to someone behind.
Behind.
Um, so yeah, it's like to pretend that you're a friend and to do something like an enemy would be to betray somebody, if that makes sense. Yeah. Does that make sense now?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And now, can you also read this quotation?
I like treason but not traitors.
Traitors.
Traitor,
Traitors.
traitors.
Yeah. So it sounds like the word a traitor and
Traitor.
traitor. Really similar sounding. Um, Senya, why would he like treason but not traitors? Why would Julius Caesar say that?
I don't know. For me, treason is just their subject and traitor is their object. I think it's the same.
So they're very similar. There is a meaning behind it. Like, is there a reason that he'd like treason but not traitors?
I
Um,
forgot this word in English. Oh my god, it's like hypocrite, hypocrite. How to say?
it's a little bit hypocritical. Yeah, hypocrite.
Yes, yes. Hypocrite. So he for sure made a treason, but maybe he don't like the same doings from the others toward him, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. That could be part of it. Mm, there's a little bit more. Does anybody think they could like get a little bit deeper into that one?
treason is against like the government or something like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Treason is often betraying the government.
So he likes to make part of this like the treason in a group, but he hates when somebody betrays him. Personal, I mean.
Okay. I think that could be part of it. There might be a little bit more. Again, just in my opinion. Does anybody have any other ideas? Maybe like about ideas versus people and like the people who perpetrate those ideas? Anything? Okay. And so I guess what I was taking from this was that, the idea of treason is something that he likes. He likes the fact that there is change, that there can be change, that the government isn't static, and that, there's like movement to some extent. So like this idea of treason, it's not only bad. It can bring good things. It can bring change, which isn't bad. But generally the people who perform treason are not the most upright people. They're traitors. They betray people. And so like the idea of what they're doing may be okay, but the people themselves are generally not the people that you want to surround yourself with. So they're not good people. Does that make sense to everybody? A little bit, at least?
Yeah, really.
Okay. Ken, how's it going?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. And yeah, nice to see you. Cool. And I guess, Ksenia, can you ask Danilo the first question?
Danila, what do you know about the American Revolution?
Actually, I don't know anything about it.
Don't know anything about it. What
Like,
was it?
like the American Revolution, it's about the like about the Martin Luther King, or not? It's
Mm,
another
it's a different,
revolution.
for sure, than Martin Luther King. Um,
Oh,
that was the civil rights movement. So Martin Luther King
yeah, that's it.
was big in the civil rights movement. Martin
Okay.
Luther King, the civil rights movement leader. Yeah, so leave it at that. So maybe Anna Carolina, what was the American Revolution?
The war between the North and the East. No, sorry, the North and the South. Sorry, Joshua.
The Civil War.
The Civil War, because the North was, in my eyes, good. They want the end of slavery.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and the South was for slavery, slavery. And but of course, my vision is not correct. There is no good or bad side in a war. But in my eyes, always the North was the good side.
Okay. North. That's that good.
And then the movement led by Martin Luther King came before. Oh no, after. My gosh. Sorry, Joshua. After
Hmm?
the American Revolution, because the slavery ended, but they were still racist, and Afro-American people were segregate. Uh, they couldn't take a bus and sit on the first seats, seats, they couldn't drink water in the same water fountain and all those things. So he led a boycott,
Hmm.
a buses boycott.
Yeah, so it started with a bus boycott. Yeah, and started a lot of marches and stuff. So this is the Civil War for sure. Um, good. Really good grammar. I think drink water from the same water fountain is the only thing, small preposition thing. Still, it's a little bit different from the American Revolution. Maybe Ken, any ideas?
American Revolution is kind of independent from Britain, right?
Huh?
Okay.
How,
Yeah. Mhm.
how would you say that in a complete sentence?
American British revolutions war, maybe it's plural, so war independent from Britain.
Um,
Why independent? No. Independent. What?
let's start with the American Revolution. If you say
Okay.
that,
I think it's one, not the plural.
the American
So
Revolution.
was independent from the Britain.
Mm,
Uh,
was a
huh?
war for independence from Britain?
A war for independence from Britain. Yeah.
And that might sound better. Okay, yeah, so it was a war for independence from Britain. So because the United States used to be a colony. Um, okay, yeah, so basically that's what we're talking about. And yeah, I guess we can leave it at that. So it was before the Civil War and it was before the Civil Rights Movement. Yeah, okay. And Ken, can you ask Simone the next question?
Okay. Do you have any infamous, well-known for a bad quality or deed figures in your country?
Yes, maybe Lula, my ex-president. Terrible guy because he stole um, all the money from the country, and now we are in a bad situation. Like everybody's dying because the violence is increasing. Everything's like it's it's a nightmare to live in Brazil now. It's as a result of his actions. Like Petrobras thing. I'm not sure if you are aware of it, but it's a
Yeah,
big issue in Brazil now.
we'd probably say the Petrobras thing.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a world-renowned scandal. That was impressive. I couldn't quite believe it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Um, okay.
So I don't know if I can call him infamous, but maybe it's like a modern kind of.
Infamy. Yeah, I think that sounds kind of like a good infamous figure. Um, yeah, I would say that's a solid one. Okay. What about you now? Do you have any infamous figures in your country?
Hmm. Uh, always president is strange, and we often change the president. Especially now, is the Abe president is says Japan will back to the front of the world, front of the country.
I'm a little bit confused about that last sentence.
So yeah, sorry. Vice President is strange, and we often change the president, especially now. The President Abe says uh, uh, says economy we say Abenomics, but what it is? Economic.
Yes. Sorry,
The president says Japan will back to the nice situation for economy, financial side. I don't know, I cannot explain. Back to the nice situation for economy, but at the end, just deflation is getting worse and worse. So maybe next year is the biggest year for Japanese, and yen will raising up the price. So maybe our export will be bad situation. So
Okay. Will suffer. You could say our exports will suffer.
our export will suffer. Yes.
Um,
Sorry, messed up the sentence.
that's okay. Controversial, maybe. The president
Controversial.
is controversial.
Controversial.
We often change presidents. Now the president said maybe the president said Japan would go back to a nice economic situation, maybe.
To a nice economic situation.
But different preposition.
In
The end, the situation is just getting worse and worse. So maybe next year is the biggest year for Japanese. Our exports will suffer. Okay, good. So somebody who's maybe more of a controversial figure than an infamous figure, but nice. Does anybody have any questions here? Okay. Yeah, let's read through these words, and let's have Ksenia, can you read through the words?
Traitor, rebellion, commission, defect, obtain, merchant, indebted, beater, scheme.
Okay. Really nicely done. So we have a defect and a defect. Ksenia, what is the difference between a defect and a defect?
Defect, it's a noun, defect, it's a verb.
Other way around.
Yeah?
Yeah, so a defect is a noun, so it's like...
Yes, I said it.
Okay, so defect is a verb, yeah.
Yes. When
And
the first syllable it's a noun, when the second it's a verb.
So what's the noun mean?
It's some issues, visual issues, maybe somewhere in government, in clothes.
Yeah, it's like something that's broken, like a broken thing. So it could be something that's broken in your government, in your clothes. It doesn't really matter. Anything that's not done well. And to defect?
When you do it, so when you break something, spoil, no?
Not quite. Other ideas?
No.
And anybody else? Any ideas? Defect?
Maybe step away.
Yeah, kind of.
Step back.
When you step back, when you like abandon something that you said you wouldn't leave. Like you defect from the army. You defect from a team. It's like you leave something that you say you wouldn't leave. Make sense?
Yes, and defect also an adjective.
And defect is also an adjective?
Yes, it can be defect, adjective. Defect, TV said defect. I don't know, something like that.
Defective?
Defect?
Like a defective TV?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, that's the same thing as a defect, kind of. This TV is defective. This is a defective TV. It's like it's broken. Yeah. Like
Okay.
not functioning. Okay. Yeah.
Like there is difference between defective and defected.
Defected. So if you're saying defected, like the verb in the past tense, like he defected from the army.
Okay. Is there the word defected with ed
The
at the
past
end of the
tense.
word? Yeah, the
Yeah.
past tense. Okay.
It's the past tense of the verb to defect.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay.
Indept, indebted,
Oh yeah. Wow. You still need to go through pronunciation. Indebted. Indebted.
indebted.
And can you actually repeat that, Ksenia? Indebted.
Indebted,
And scheme as well.
scheme.
Okay. And who knows indebted? What's indebted mean?
Is when someone is grateful or own something to another person.
Yeah, more the second one. When you owe something to someone else. If you owe money to a bank, you're indebted to the bank. If you owe money to another person, you're indebted to them. So just, it's owing something. We use it, it's like, I'm so indebted to you in like a terms of being grateful. It's like, I owe you one. So in that sense, it is if you're grateful to somebody, but literally means like you owe them something. So you're saying that you owe them maybe a favor or something else like that. Make sense?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Other questions here?
What is bitter?
Okay, and who knows what bitter means?
The original bitter means taste, like coffee. Coffee is bitter.
Yeah.
So,
What if it's like an emotion?
maybe bitter feeling, maybe hard, uncomfortable feeling.
So
When you
bitter.
don't forgive
Yeah, when you're like are angry about something.
and you keep this emotion, like you don't let it go.
Yeah. When you're angry about something, maybe for a long time, and you don't let the emotion go. Yeah, that'd be bitter. It's like somebody did something bad to you, and you're like, I hate you, and you don't forgive them. If that makes sense. Yeah. Also, we have a bitter taste, which would be like coffee. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Let's try to fill in some blanks. And let's start with Danilo. Can you try the first one?
Okay. The rebellion was only partially successful.
Can you read the whole thing? Just the whole sentence.
The rebellion was only partially successful. A new country was formed, but the colonial government elected the new leader.
Can you repeat formed?
Formed?
Yeah, perfect. Nice. And Anna Carolina, the next one.
Person usually buy and sell goods.
Okay, we need to make it plural.
Merchandise.
Merchants. Merchants. Can you repeat
Merch.
merchants?
Merchants.
Yeah. Try to get like almost a T sound. Merchants. That one more time?
Merch. Merchants.
Yeah, merchants. Perfect. Okay, Ken, what about the next one?
It's difficult. The plank was brought to the light by a bitter conspirator who after Bob, after who should be Bob, right?
Yeah.
Mm, who defected?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Brought to the light by a bitter conspirator who defected. Was brought. I don't know. Give me a hint.
It's something like a treason.
Treason. A traitor?
Not quite.
Brought to the light. Shame?
Yeah, that's what I'd say. The scheme.
Scheme, sorry. Scheme.
It could also be the rebellion. It could also be the treason. But the scheme, yeah. What's scheme mean, Ken?
Maybe plan or plot or.
Yeah, it's like the hidden plan, like the untold plan was brought to light. Okay, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And Simone, what about the next one?
Okay. The man only became traitor. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When he found out how terrible in debt he was. It was the only way he could earn back the money. Earn or earn? No, earn.
Earn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to change the font. But good. Can you repeat indebted?
Indebted.
Yeah. Good. And what about the next one now?
If you want to get with the aim, it helps to be loyal and smart. If you want to obtain
Mm-hmm.
a good commission
Yeah.
with the army, it helps to be loyal and smart.
Nicely done. So it's like if you want to get a good job with the army. Yeah. Really nicely done. I was impressed. And Adela, welcome to class. How's it going?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Doing well. Thank you for asking. It's fantastic to see you again. Okay. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. And all right, let's read a little bit about Benedict Arnold. And we are with Ksenia. Can you read the first paragraph?
Benedict Arnold was a general or general?
General.
was a general during the American Revolutionary War who originally fought for the American Continental Army, but defected to the British Army. While a general on the American side, he obtained command of the fortifications at West Point, New York, overlooking the cliffs at the Hudson River, upriver from British-occupied New York City, and planned to surrender it to the British forces.
Nice. Nice job with occupied, overlooking fortifications. Fantastic work there. Sounded good. Questions here, guys? Does anybody have any questions?
I don't know about fortifications.
Okay. Fortifications is like a castle or like a fort, something that is protected. Does that make sense?
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Joshua,
Yes.
what's the difference in pronunciation between thought, that the past tense of think, and the fought, the past tense of fight?
So the F or the TH sound. So thought, you have your tongue on the front two teeth, so it sounds like th.
Thought. Okay.
And then when you say fought, you have your lower lip on your front two teeth, and so it sounds like fa.
Thought. Thought.
Yeah, so fa and tha. Can you repeat those two sounds?
Thaw and fall.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, you said it in the reverse order, but yeah, they were good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. And any other questions? Okay. And Danilo, can you read the next part?
Okay. After the plan was exposed in September 1780, he was commissioned into the British Army as a brigadier general. Born in Connecticut, Warner was a merchant operating ships on the Atlantic Ocean when the war broke out in 1775. After joining the growing army outside Boston, he distinguished himself through acts of intelligence and bravery.
Okay. Let's look at brigadier general. Brigadier.
Brigadier General.
Yeah. Other than that, that sounded good. Questions here? Okay. And let's cut this up into 3. Sorry, hold on. Let's read a little bit more. Anna Carolina, can you read the first part?
Despite Arnold's successes, he was passed over for promotion by the Continental Congress, while other officers claimed credit for some of his accomplishments. Adversaries in military and political circles brought charges of corruption or other
This is a really tough word.
yes, I don't know,
Malfeasance?
malfeasance, but most often he was acquitted in formal inquiries.
Acquitted.
Acquitted.
Yeah.
Acquitted.
Acquitted. Again, malfeasance. Corruption.
Corruption.
And adversaries.
Adversaries.
Good. Okay. And does anybody have questions here? Questions about any of these words?
What is passed over?
Okay. Anna Carolina, what's passed over? What's it mean in this case?
I don't know.
Okay. Anybody know what passed over means? Okay,
Like,
it's like Go
For
ahead.
me, it's like a promotion. Got a promotion.
It's actually kind of the opposite.
Oh,
So it's like if we go and pass over somebody, so we're going from left to right, I'd be like, in my team, I want Adela and Ken and Anna Carolina and Ksenia and Now. That's who I want on my team. And if I would have passed over Danilo. So you like skip, you ignore, or you don't. Yeah, you don't promote. So he was passed over for
okay.
promotion, means that like other people who maybe were less qualified than him were promoted while he was not promoted.
Like you are rejected.
Yeah, he was rejected.
Okay, got it.
Um, yeah. And other questions? Malfeasance?
Was a spy or from British side?
May-
So what
Maybe
happened?
the French War?
This was the American Revolution.
It is a bad fact, no? Um, no?
Pardon?
Malfeasance?
Yeah, malfeasance is like just bad things that you've done, like corruption, kind of. Yeah, like bad acts. Um, yeah, and so Ken, I think what you were asking before, he
Yes.
originally fought for the American Army and then he defected to the British Army. We learned defected before, I think. Make sense?
Mhm.
Okay.
Defected means damaged.
No, defected or defect means to abandon something.
Oh,
So
mhm,
he was working for the American Army. He defected, so he like abandoned his job. He like left it and
mhm.
started working for the British.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. And yeah. So, any other questions here? So we also have that he was like charged actually, so he was brought to court for corruption and malfeasance, but he was acquitted. Um, in formal inquiries. So he never, or most often at least, he was, you know, said he was innocent. Um, okay. And Ken, can you read the next part?
Okay, where?
The
From,
second paragraph.
okay. Congress investigated his accounts and found he was in, in indebted to Congress after spending much of his own money of the war effort. Frustrated and bitter at this, as well the alliance with France and failure of Congress to accept Britain's 1778 proposal to grant full self-governance in the colonies, Arnold decided to change sides and opened secret negotiations with the British. In July 1780, was given command of the fort at West Point.
Yeah. We're missing a he. Sorry. Um, self-governance. Can you repeat self-governance?
Self-governance.
Mm-hmm. Good. And questions here. Okay. Let's have Adela. Can you read the last part?
Arnold's scheme to surrender the fort to the British was exposed when American forces captured British Major John Andre, carrying papers that revealed the plot. Upon learning an Andre's capture, Arnold fled down the Hudson River to the British warship Vulture. narrowly avoid capture by the force of George Washington, who had been alerted to the plot.
Okay, really nicely done. A couple of small things. Revealed.
Revealed,
Upon.
revealed upon,
Fled.
fled
And forces.
forces.
Good. Really well done. And questions here. Nobody? Okay. So, yeah. So he was mad that he about a number of different things. Um, so let's go a couple different things. Let's have Adela. Can you ask Simone the first question?
Simone, why did Benedict Arnold switch side in the Revolutionary War?
Lots of reasons. But unfortunately, I have to say that I was just focused on the pronunciation.
Okay.
Maybe not quite paying. Okay. Mm, well, okay. So he was not happy
Definitely he was
there.
not happy.
Yeah, that's why he was frustrated and bitter. So that's the first maybe reason.
Well, so I guess as far as like reasons, we'd say this is a reason. That's another reason. That's another reason. Um, this is another reason.
Yeah, so he was
And
not happy at all, um, for lots of reasons. That's why.
okay. Yeah, so I guess what were some of those reasons? Does anybody have any like specific reasons?
Maybe they need the money because have debt.
Yeah,
No?
he was pretty rich. He was indebted to Congress because Congress said that he owed them money. So I guess he spent a lot of money on the war. He also made a lot of money. So Congress said that because he earned money in the war, he owed them that money. Um, because he made a profit, they're like, you should pay us that profit. Um, and so he was kind of mad about that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Any other reasons? Briefly, like quick reasons why he might have been mad? Okay, so he also didn't like the French, and the U.S. was allied with France. He was mad the U.S. government didn't accept like a peace deal, which would have been full self-governance, and people said, I guess people in the military said he was a bad person, and that he was corrupt. So there were like a lot of different things that got him angry. Does that make sense, Simone?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And so he'd done really well in the army, but he was planning on giving up a fort on the river in New York. And that's all. So let's go here. Let's make a story. Let's have now. Can you read the title?
Tell a story about a betray. Betray.
Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Yeah. Okay. And can you start us out with this story?
Betrayal.
And
Once upon a time, traitors really don't like really don't like Japan. So they decided to attack to them. I don't know. I don't have idea.
okay. Traitors really past tense?
Didn't.
Okay. Maybe, and we probably would want to say like Japanese traders. So generally a trader is somebody who like kind of sells out their own side. They didn't like Japan, so they decided to attack
To the government.
Okay, the government, you could say. That could work. So Japanese traders really didn't like Japan, so they decided to attack the government. Okay.
Yeah.
Danilo, how would you continue the story?
Okay. They've been planning the like
They'd been.
yeah, they had been planning the attack for about 2 months for a surprise attack to the president. And however, the Japanese government like got the plot of the surprise the attack and uh, got got prepared to defend the country.
Okay, they'd been planning the attack for about 2 months. We can't start the sentence with this preposition. How could you reorganize, like, maybe say the sentence, make it a complete sentence?
Yeah, it's better I complete the sentence.
Yeah, how do you make it a complete sentence?
Then we planned the attack for about 2 months. Then we planned the attack for 2 months. Um, um, they've been planning the attack for about 2 months. For, um, to accomplish a surprise attack to the president, or to
Um,
get
yeah, like they wanted to make a surprise
yeah
attack
to make yeah
and against.
against yeah
However, the Japanese government maybe like uncovered or found out or heard
uncovered.
about the plot of this surprise attack and got prepared to defend the country. Okay. Yeah, good. Anna Carolina?
It had happened because between the rebels there was a betrayer, and undercover double spy double spy who had accepted money from the government
Okay. um, we would want to remove who. So you could say it in like two ways, I guess. You could say there was an undercover double spy who had accepted money from the government, or an undercover double spy had accepted money from the government. So one or the other, so it's a complete sentence. Does that make sense, Anna Carolina?
No, because you were supposed to put a comma after betrayal.
Um,
Instead of
that
the period.
would it wouldn't quite work. It'd be a bit of a run-on sentence because they're two sentences that aren't really
You could have put a comma um, at the after betrayal and
okay.
after spy.
Um, you could say by an
Sorry,
undercover. If you want to make it into one sentence, you could
I said
say
betrayer,
a betrayer.
comma
There's a betrayer.
after spy, comma.
We'd still need the who. Um, so an undercover double spy who had accepted money. Yeah. So you'd say who. Um, but okay.
Sorry, did you say that who is wrong?
No. You need a who. I think you missed it. You left it out. Um,
Okay.
okay. Okay. And Ken, how would you continue?
Government and oh, wow, it's very complicated. So they changed their strategy. They try to hack the some important website in Japan. For example, Abe's website.
Apple's website?
Abe, Prime Minister, current Prime Minister called Abe. The
Ah,
surname.
Abe's website?
Yes.
Okay. Um, where are we talking about among and between?
It's like because between the rebels, it's not among them
Um,
because between is like two.
yeah, you're totally right. Yeah. Yeah,
Thank
probably
you,
Amongst
better.
is
sir.
like old-fashioned word.
Amongst is an old-fashioned word. Among the rebels would be better. Um, like you could also say like within the rebel group, among the rebels. Yeah, thanks. Good catch. I didn't get that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry at all. Thank you very much. Definitely, if I make mistakes, let me know.
It wasn't a
Unfortunately,
mistake. Wasn't.
yeah,
You just missed it.
yeah. But if I miss things or make mistakes, definitely let me know though. I definitely, yeah, that is good, and don't be sorry about that. So definitely don't be sorry. We are out of time though. I have another class right after this about the weather. So yeah, if you guys want to join, I'd love to have you. If not, have a really good day. Um, or if you
Thank
don't
you.
want to come to the next class, come to this story in a little bit. But yeah, thanks again, and see you guys.
Thank